Now, Marcus Rashford to me is one of those talents, right? It's one of those talents that you look at and you think to yourself, he should be so much more right now. He should be so much more because of just the ability that he possesses. From what we saw from when he first broke through to Man United to the couple of seasons where he was just unplayable, to the pure footballing ability that he possesses. When you look at someone like Marcus Rashford, I think you think to yourself and you're like, he should be one of the best players in the world right now. And when you look at him currently, it's very disappointing to see the current player that he is right now. I think it's very disappointing to see someone with so much ability not be in the conversation of winning Ballon d'Ors. Like, that's the level, I think, in terms of just a footballing ability that he has. I think he has the footballing ability to be someone who's up there and amongst the higher echelons of football. But he's just not there currently. And what reason is there for him not being there? I don't really understand as to why he's not there, right? I mean, obviously, there are many different contributing factors as to why he's not there. And we're obviously going to go through them. But before we even go through it, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to MKB. Welcome back to Melonose Board. And obviously, subscribe to the channel, like this video and everything like that. But first, let's just talk about Marcus Rashford, right? Last season, Marcus Rashford scored around like 30 goals. I think scored around 30 goals, and he was unplayable. He was having, I think people were even commenting saying the thing that he's having a Ballon d'Or winning season. Like, people were comparing him to Kylian Mbappe again. Like, that's the type of level he was playing at last season. And then we're entering this season now. He gets that mega huge contract. He's made essentially the poster boy for Manchester United, and then he's entering this season, and now we're seeing it's like, where's that player again? Where is that player? And this is what I always go back to when I want to define someone as a world-class player. I think you need to have the ability. Firstly, you need to have the footballing ability of a world-class player. I think consistency is a major attribute for you to be considered a world-class player. I think what you contribute to the team, how much do you contribute to your team winning? How much do you contribute to them securing 3 points or whatever point it may be? How much do you contribute to your team winning titles and trophies and anything like that? I think those are attributes you need to look at as for a world-class player, you know? Your moments. How many moments that you have, those moments of brilliance for the team, whether it's a screamer, whether you're having an unbelievable performance, whether you just creating something out of nothing in a specific game, like continuously on a consistent level. Those are aspects that I look at when I'm considering someone as a world-class player. When I look at Marcus Rashford, he has all the tools to be world-class. Marcus Rashford has everything to be world-class. He has the platform. He has the ability. He has the quality. We literally saw what he did at Manchester Derby. First 8 minutes, he scored a screamer, moment of brilliance. The technique behind that goal is brilliant, and only world-class players can do things like that. We saw the season that he had last season, scoring 30 goals in the season. We saw what he was probably one of the best players in the league last season. He has the ability, but for some reason he just can't act upon it. He just can't bring out that ability on a consistent level. And I don't know what it is. I don't understand why he is the way that he is. Is it a confidence thing? Because we all know that Marcus Rashford, if he's confident, he's one of the best players in the world. So confidence is not there. Does he maybe not play for the shirt? Because there are times when you see Marcus Rashford, he just throwing his arms around, his head is down, his shoulders are dropped whenever things are not going his way in a particular match. So is that the reason? Is that what contributes to Marcus Rashford not playing? Is it the team? I mean, obviously, you look at this Manchester United team, it's not the best. It's definitely not the best. I mean, the performances are not good. But at the end of the day, you made the poster boy of the team. You were supposed to be the main man. Even through some ruts, you're supposed to want the person who carries the team, grabs the game by the scruff of your neck, and then you just do something. And there are sometimes in games where I just don't see him running for the ball. I don't see him passionately playing for this team. There's this time I just don't see. And you're 28 years old. I think 27, 28, around those age group. This is where you're supposed to be in your prime. This is where Marcus Rashford is supposed to be in his prime years. And right now, I'm not seeing it. He's not, and obviously, I have my reservations about Marcus Rashford. Right, I don't particularly rate him highly because of for the reasons that I've mentioned. Right, because of the fact that he has the ability. He has the ability to be a world class player, but because of the consistency, the way sometimes he's just not able to perform every single game. They're just, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't understand what it is that makes Marcus Rashford the way that he is. I don't understand what it is because, like I said, he's supposed to be one of the main men in this team. He's supposed to be like, even like, let's take that the Manchester derby for example, right? First 8 minutes, scored a scream, a beautiful goal, and then after that, what did he do? He kind of ghosted the rest of the game until eventually got subbed off. Like, like in big games like that, yes, okay, he gave you the moment, but what else do you give me after that? Like, yes, don't get me wrong, I don't particularly think that maybe the Manchester derby is not the best example because I don't particularly think that he got much service in that game, right? To be honest, like Manchester United really were pinned back by Manchester. There wasn't much you could do. But I'm looking at that, I'm thinking to myself, "Ooh, could you offer a bit more?" There were times maybe I feel like there were long ball. Maybe you could have ran for that ball, just try and challenge the City defense, just try and win those 50-50s and just fight, just the bare minimum is just run for the ball, fight for your team. That's just the bare minimum. And there are times this season and other seasons especially where he just doesn't do that. He just doesn't play at the level that we expect him to be at. And I'm very scared for him because we've seen many players who are at this level. We've seen many players who are unbelievable but just never reach the heights that we expect them to reach. We've seen the news just came out about Paul Pogba. We know the ability Paul Pogba is. Probably could have been one of the best midfielders of all time. But we see how his career went down. We've seen how Neymar Jr., even though, yes, he had a brilliant career, but we look at it and it's like, you could have been so much more. We've seen someone like maybe even Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard was brilliant in the Premier League. And when he finally got that step up, what did he do? He didn't do much after that. So like, we're looking at Marcus Rashford now at the prime years of his career, and I'm looking at it as, what is he doing exactly? There's so many Manchester United fans now that are looking at this kid and they're like, I don't want this kid in my club anymore. I don't want him to be in the future of Manchester United. And that's crazy to say considering the talent that Marcus Rashford has. The fact that he's a Manchester United Youth Academy product. I mean, I think that's probably one of the things that have people stick by Marcus Rashford so long is the fact that he is a product of Manchester United. He is a Manchester United boy. But it's just, I don't know what it is with him. And the downfall of him at the current moment is really not looking good. Like this season, even he hasn't been good this season. He has not been good this season. And he has this in his games. There's seasons where he'll be really good, and then there's seasons where he's just really bad. And the seasons where he's really good, the inconsistency in his game is what you can't put your faith in someone like that. You can't bet all your chips on someone who's so inconsistent in Marcus Rashford. And it's crazy to say that. It really is because we know the ability that he has. We know. And I may not rate him, but I do rate his ability, and he's not putting it to good use. He's not. And it's crazy to think that with Ineos coming in and everything like that, and you know that they're probably going to start reshaping the team, selling a lot of players, trying to create a better Manchester United to go forward. And you're looking at this and you look at maybe the likes of Garnacho, Kobe Mainu, Hoyland, you're looking at the likes of probably even Onana, maybe Dalot, like you're seeing people who are probably going to be kept in the team, right? But then you look at Marcus Rashford and people are generally debating if whether he's going to be a part of that team. And that's crazy. He should be the main guy, but people are debating is he even going to be a part of the next generation of this Manchester United team? Is he going to be there, or is he just going to be Mbappe replacement at PSG because there's been rumors